Johnson. I teach 7th and 8th grade Project Lead the Way STEM classes. So it's a pre-engineering class for 7th and 8th graders. 7th and 8th grade, they'll move up to pre-engineering courses in high school, and they can actually get certificates and stuff like that in high school based on these classes. So this gives them the background that they'll need in order to move up to those classes. So I know that there's a biomed class at the high school, and this feeds right into that. 7th grade STEM, we have medical detectives, app creators, and innovators and makers. And so what medical detectives is that they do all sorts of things that they would do in a medical field. So we do blood pressure and pulse, we study the 5 senses, we dissect a brain, we will investigate a crime scene, we look at different viruses and bacteria and see which ones respond to antibiotics. So that's in a petri dish. We will map DNA, so they have electrophoresis plates that they will build, because it's engineering. So they build the electrophoresis plates, and then they will run the DNA to see which suspect committed the crime, that kind of stuff. So it's really interactive, and it's really heavy into medical. We also, with that, will look at prosthetics and see how prosthetics are advancing, that kind of thing. Our big project is that we will build prosthetic arms for people that need them, and we'll actually 3D print those. So they'll learn 3D printing, and then they will take that knowledge and build prosthetic arms, and we will ship them to people who need them, possibly all over the world, depending on what resources we have. Innovators and makers is where they will build a safe to protect their cell phone or something like that, and then they program sensors to know whenever the safe is open, and then they'll have an alert system, so like a siren or an alarm, that kind of thing, to say, hey, your safe has been breached, flashing signs, things that pop up, that kind of thing. So, and we also will build therapeutic toys for kids that in our own district. So like maybe a special needs classroom, they will design a toy that helps them learn something or helps them with their developmental needs or whatever, and then we deliver those toys to those classrooms. So that's a really neat thing that 7th graders get to do. 8th grade STEM has automation and robotics, energy and the environment, and then flight and space. So in automation and robotics, we actually build robots, and then all different kinds of them, however they want to build them, and then they program them to move and do things, so automating the robots. So energy and the environment, we look at all the different types of energies. We actually build them and run them, like solar panels. We have solar panels, so they'll look at those and how they can be developed and used in our world. They actually get to investigate hydrogen power, so they'll split water atoms or water molecules, and then when they come back together, it creates energy. So they'll get to see that. And our culminating project for that is to create a green city and potentially present that to our city managers and stuff like that, and see if they will implement them. In flight and space, they build airfoils, and they learn how flight in space works. So they look at airplanes, airplane design. We will shoot rockets in that class, so they'll have a payload and have to shoot rockets off. And so it expands on what the 8th grade does.